Welcome back to Open Line. We are talking about a new gun permit law that is going into effect at the start of next year. So in January, this law goes into effect. We have with us JC Shegog, firearm instructor, pro-gun, doesn't like this new law. The new concealed carry permit is cheaper, requires no live firearm training, but it can be carried in fewer public places. So there now be two tiers of these carry permits.
Correct.
And you have concerns about that. Obviously, other groups that are opposed to expanding gun rights are opposed to this as well. So it's been criticized on a lot of different sides. All right, we have with us Robert. Let's go to the phones. And Robert, hello, Robert.
Yes.
Go right ahead. What's on your mind?
Well, the question I had is, if I had taken the regular training course, which I had, but had a problem where I couldn't get the permit because of something 25 years ago, this little misdemeanor, but yet I legally can buy and own firearms, and and I train with them a lot. Would that still hurt for doing that? Or, I mean, it's probably kind of answered a little earlier with the other guy, but I mean, I carry in my truck and stuff for personal defense stuff. Plus, I'm disabled. But I think the permit would help some, but I do agree some training would help.
Okay. All right, do you understand what he's asking?
If he was previously denied, he should check on what denied him. And if it was the oversight, because a lot of times it's a mistake. People have the same names, different backgrounds, and it could be just a mix-up. And if he challenged it, he should be able to get his permit. But he need to find out what stopped him then, and then correct that. By chance it need correcting, it may not need correcting, but just dig a little deeper.
This new permit law doesn't mean that if you were denied, now it'll be easier for you to be, because this new permit law is something about training. It has nothing to do with you.
Right. The background checks are going to be the same.
Background checks will be the same.
It's going to go through the same system, the same protocol as previously. It's just the training is different.
Training's less.
Less.
Let's go to Will. Hello, Will.
Yes.
Go right ahead. What's on your mind?
Well, first I just want to say that I'm pro, gun ownership and everything of that nature, and I've actually taken the class, sitting in the classroom all day, learning things I didn't know before. And honestly, I just don't think, if you can't take a driver's test online and get your driver's license online, I don't think you should be able to get your gun permit online. I mean, there was things that I learned in the class that I wouldn't even have learned by taking something online. I mean, even to the point where you have to take your gun out your holster and put your gun back in your holster. It's just certain things that you learn in a classroom, hands-on, that you can't learn from a computer.
Correct.
I mean, you can go all day long and look at something on the screen and typing on the keyboard, but unless you're physically doing it and have an instructor that's very knowledgeable and breaking it down for you, there's no way you're going to learn what you need to know.
All right. So you're not excited about the new.
At all. Yeah. I mean, I really think it's a crazy idea to say that, hey, 2 hours, you're able to go out there and carry a gun in public. I mean, that scares me, especially being an armed officer who works in the field, who has to work with his gun. So I just don't like the rule. I don't think it's something that's safe. I think it's scary, actually, to put that kind of power in people's hands.
All right. Thank you. So we're hearing from a lot of pro-gun people who are opposed to this. You are one of them. I've talked about some others. Why did this pass? How did this pass, do you think?
I have no idea. I mean, just on the face of it, trying to get some kind of comprehension, I do not understand, other than, politics.
Yeah. Let's go to Mac. Hello, Mac.
Yes, sir.
Go right ahead. What's on your mind?
I have several questions. Usually it was an 8-hour class that you had to take, and you had to also shoot a certain target. I mean, so is that going away, or do you still have to? If you go online and do that, how are you going to shoot for somebody?
Right.
So I see. Explain the 2 tiers again. So there are now going to be 2 tiers, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and explain this again. Thank you, Mac. Thanks for the call.
There's 2 tiers. The one is the enhanced handgun permit, which is basically what we currently have in play now. The 8-hour training, or you can do the online training and show that you have passed a comprehensive training through the military, police department, security training, the NRA handgun training. They're giving you options on what the different training that you can use to submit, and once you do that, you can get the enhanced permit.
Okay. So what's the difference between an enhanced and just a normal permit? Because if you go and take the class and you shoot and you pass, that's the way it's always been. But if you've been a police officer or an Army guy, I mean, I don't understand what's the whole difference in the law there. There's nothing really changed.
Right. The second tier is without the handgun training, the actual firearms training. You can get what is called a concealed gun permit. And with that concealed gun permit, you can't carry in parks, you can't carry on college campuses. You're limited in the places you can carry it. But with the enhanced one, the one that
you can carry on the campuses. And
correct.
Well, that's good then. I mean, that's a good thing. If you're smart enough to carry a gun, I think we might need it on that campus, because there's some fools out there that are acting a fool.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to have someone that's very smart out there with a gun.
I totally agree.
All right. Thank you, Mac. Thank you for the question. All right. And now I want to ask a little more. I want to better understand. All right. So right now, you have to take an 8-hour course.
Correct.
Okay. And that includes firing a gun.
Correct.
My understanding is under the new law, you could go online. Okay, forget about the military.
Right.
Okay. So I have no military training. I have not worked in a police department. I could go online and take an online course and still get a concealed carry permit.
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So somebody who's never shot a gun, never worked as a police, fire, whatever, you could take a shorter online course and get a concealed carry permit without ever holding a gun, right?
Right.
Not firing it, not learning how to fire it, holster it, whatever. You can now have a concealed carry permit. It would allow you could carry it in fewer places.
Correct.
But I could still carry it. There are lots of places where I could carry it.
Exactly.
And so that's your concern.
That's
I think what Mac was picking up on was when you were talking about police and military. All right, but you're saying somebody with no training can do a shorter course.
Correct.
And get a permit.
Exactly.
And that's the concern.
That's the concern.
And I don't know now, I don't know what Mac thinks about that. But so that's a better understanding, I think, of what we're talking about. All right, so we're going to take a break. And if you're on the line, hold on, and we'll take a break. Be back right after this.